Hi dreamers and make believers. In today's video I'm doing another writing update, my writing journey part whatever this part is right now. So super exciting news for those of you who don't know, I recently became a USA Today best-selling author. I did it with my latest book, Ashes of Legends Part 1, in a spellbound box set. So a box set is like a bunch of books with a bunch of other authors, so you guys get to test out a bunch of different stories from different authors that you don't know, and that box set made it into the top 100 of USA Today bestsellers. So I'm very excited. That is something that has always been like a dream, and I'm just so excited to say that I finally made it. And then in Water Rushes news, as you all know, I recently released the cover for Swept Away, because that's coming out this summer. And I just recently started brainstorming the fourth book, which actually already has a name, but I won't tell you the name just yet because it might change, but let's say it involves waves. And what I love about the brainstorming process of this book is that I started it in a new journal of mine. One of my friends, she gave me Newt Scamander's like whole writing box, like you get the seal, the stamp things, you get envelopes, you get paper, and then you get Newt Scamander's journal. Wait, not that, wait. This is like, oh. And I don't need to tell you all that I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and of course Fantastic Beasts is just made it up there and it's just epic. So yes, I recently started brainstorming, so these are all the main points that are going to happen in the story. And then this is like a chapter by chapter layout. So you get those writers that are pantsers and plotters, and I thought I was a pantser when I first started out because I had a very vague plot and then I kind of just ran with it. But as I went deeper into it, I realized that I actually much prefer plotting like chapter by chapter, event by event, to make sure that everything ties in together nicely, like especially the deeper you get into the saga, you know, and you say things back then, you're like, wait, what was the role of that, and what happened there, and what past life is entwined with this past life, and what's going on. So yeah, I'm definitely a plotter, and I do chapter by chapter, and then I do also a lot of character driven because that's where my pantsing days were from. So I may have an idea and what I think is gonna happen, and then a character is gonna say something or do something, and I'm gonna be like, oh wait, in that case, that's not gonna happen. And then of course I plot again with their changes in it. And speaking of new exciting notebooks for writing in, my friends just got me 4 incredible ones. Now there's 3 which are smaller, so I think I might just use them as like ornamental, just to look pretty and beautiful, maybe jotting down notes. But then there's a big one which I definitely will write in because I need big pages, a lot of pages and a lot of space to brainstorm and draw diagrams and yada yada. So I'm just going to show you, they are hand woven notebooks. So I'll show you one by one. So this is the blue one. And it opens like this. So you unwrap it like a present, and then it's made out of eco material, and it says inside, "You're amazing." I can't remember who they said made them, but I'm gonna find out and link that person's website address below. Then there's this one, which is a brown leathery one. It unties here, and again you go round and round and round and round, and then it opens like this, and the paper is the same, and this one says, "You're beautiful." And I think the little notes are just so nice to have when you just start your writing journey, you know, why not? And this one feels really nice. Then there's this one, which is a grayish color, and again also unwinds in the sexy way that the others do. And this one says inside, it says "You are loved," which is also very nice. So those are the 3 small ones that I think I'll just leave as decorative ones on my desk or something. And then the big one, which I'm definitely going to write in, is this one. Oh! And it's so big, and it also unravels sexy-like, and it's like this, and it's beige, and it says "You are precious," and it's just got all these nice eco recycled pages that I can devour, and I'm so excited to do that. But first I'm going to finish Newt Scamander's journal. So if you were wondering, let me tell you that journals are one of the joys of being a writer. It is, they're just... And so in keeping with the Water Rushes saga, as I said before, I'm currently brainstorming book 4 in the series, and I'm currently preparing to release book 3 in the series this summer. And I don't remember if I mentioned, but I'm also working on a novella which comes between book 3 and book 4. You have to read book 3 first because it kind of shows history that it further explains history that was mentioned in book 3, but I recently finished writing that one. That one's called Once Upon a Tide. Basically, it's the history of the world and kind of what leads up to when At Water's Edge begins. So for those of you that have and have not read it, it's no spoiler that basically it begins where this girl called Lexovia is the last Elantris. And the Elantri are an empire in this other world called Koldovor. And in Koldovor, there are 7 empires left because the Elantri were destroyed. And you find out why and how throughout the series. But basically it starts where this girl Lexovia is the last Elantris, and Desiree is the girl like me and you without magical powers that lives in our world, who is the one that ends up switching across the portal with this sorceress that is the last of her kind. And so I was writing it and I was really enjoying it, and it was so nice to show the history and the world and explain some things just a little bit more and just a little bit more depth and a little bit more exciting. And then I actually found myself getting really sad because whilst I was writing it, I know already that they all die, like all the Elantri die. You know, again, no spoiler, it's how At Water's Edge begins. They're all dead. You know, like it starts with this like years after they all die, and Lexovia is the last of her kind. And I just found it really interesting because I was like, well, how funny is it that I started the book knowing that these characters no longer exist, and yet now I'm actually writing their stories. They're so different to actually write their stories and write their personalities and get to know these characters knowing that they die at the end. Like, that's what happens, that you can get At Water's Edge and the next books in the series and so on. So yeah, it was a very interesting write for me because I feel so much closer to the characters. Like it starts with like her parents basically, and I feel so much closer to her parents, and I know so much more about her parents, and not just her parents but other parents that do survive, you know, that are still in the future books, so that's quite nice. And yeah, I just feel so much more connected, and I think it's really going to help when I'm writing book 4. And finally, I recently made a pretty important decision. I thought about it for a really long time. I've done a lot of research. I've spoken to a lot of people that have and have not done it, and like have heard things and whatever. And basically I decided to launch an Indiegogo campaign for the Water Rushes saga. So that is where I'm going to try to raise funds with the public to help bring the Swept Away and the whole Water Rushes saga to life. So I'm calling them the Rocketeers, and they're basically going to help to launch the book series to the stars. And so the way that the Indiegogo campaign works and other campaigns work is that you can get rewards for however much is contributed. So contributors can get from like a thank you note to being mentioned in the thank you page of the books, to getting book swag, to getting free copies of the books, to getting advanced copies of the books. My Rocketeers are going to be my publishing team, and I'm really looking forward to that, and like just mingling with people and readers and lovers of the series. And if you or anyone you know may be interested in joining the Rocketeers and contributing on Indiegogo, then please click the link below and share it and spread the word. And finally, I am working on revamping At Water's Edge, which I think I already told you guys. So hopefully I will have that cover to show you very soon. And that's about it. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye!